สวัสดีครับขอต้อนรับท่านผู้ชมทุกท่านเข้าสู่รายการเสียงไทยเพื่อเสรีภาพของคนไทยทาง Thaivoicemedia นะครับเสียงเรียกร้องที่จะให้ Free Thailand ก็คือการเรียกร้องประชาธิปไตยในประเทศไทยนั้นก็เสียงดังกึกก้องขึ้นเมื่อวันที่ 24 เมษายนที่ผ่านมาที่กรุงกัวลาลัมเปอร์ประเทศมาเลเซียนะครับในการประชุมของอาเซียน People Forum นะครับเมื่อวันที่ระหว่างวันที่ 22 ถึง 24 เมษายนที่ผ่านมานะครับซึ่งก็เป็นการประชุมของกลุ่มภาคประชาชนอาเซียนในการพูดถึงเรื่องของปัญหาของภาคประชาชนในกลุ่มอาเซียนนะครับซึ่งก็มีการประชุมกันเป็นประจำทุกปีปีนี้จัดที่กรุงกัวลาลัมเปอร์ประเทศมาเลเซียมีการเข้าร่วมประชุมกันจากเกือบทุกประเทศนะครับแล้วก็มีข้อเรียกร้องออกมาเหมือนกันนะครับในการที่จะเรียกร้องให้อาเซียนนั้นเป็นภูมิภาคที่ปลอดจากการเป็นรัฐบาลเผด็จการทหารและก็ให้มีการปล่อยนักโทษทางการเมืองในทุกประเทศในอาเซียนนะครับและที่สำคัญก็ได้มีการตั้งกลุ่มขึ้นมากลุ่มหนึ่งชื่อว่า Group for Democracy in Thailand นะครับซึ่งก็เป็นกลุ่มคนในประเทศมาเลเซียที่มีการตั้งกลุ่มนี้ขึ้นมาเพื่อที่จะเรียกร้องประชาธิปไตยในประเทศไทยรวมทั้งมีการออกแถลงการในเรื่องนี้ด้วยนะครับแถลงการของMalaysia Group for Democracy in Thailand นั้นก็มีใจความสั้นๆนะครับก็คือบอกว่าเสรีภาพทางการเมืองในประเทศไทยนั้นถูกจองจำมาตั้งแต่มีการรัฐประหารเมื่อพฤษภาคม 2557 ที่ผ่านมานะครับซึ่งก็ทำให้เสรีภาพของประชาชนนั้นถดถอยไปนะครับพื้นที่ประชาธิปไตยก็ถดถอยไปด้วยนะครับแล้วก็ทำให้ประเทศไทยก็เจอภาวะวิกฤตที่ไม่สามารถที่จะขับเคลื่อนประเทศไปได้นะครับหลังจากที่กองทัพนั้นยึดอำนาจโดยกลุ่มร่วมมือกับกลุ่มอนุรักษ์นิยมและชนชั้นนำตามขนบและไม่ได้สนใจในเรื่องของหลักประชาธิปไตยและทางเลือกของประชาชนซึ่งก็เป็นการทำลายประชาธิปไตยในประเทศไทยเช่นนี้ก็จะนำไปสู่การปูทางให้นักลงทุนพากันสะสมผลประโยชน์และขูดรีดกับพลเมืองมากขึ้นนะครับนี่ก็เป็นส่วนหนึ่งของแถลงการที่มีการออกมาของAsian People หรือกลุ่มภาคประชาชนที่มีการประชุมกันที่กรุงกัวลาลัมเปอร์นอกจากนั้นนะครับกลุ่ม Asian People Forum ก็ได้ยังมีการเรียกร้องที่จะให้มีการปล่อยตัวนักโทษทางการเมืองโดยเฉพาะคุณสมยศพฤกษาเกษมสุขในประเทศไทยด้วยนะครับและก็ได้มีข้อเรียกร้องออกมาหลายข้อเหมือนกันนะครับอย่างเช่นเรื่องของการที่จะให้อาเซียนนั้นต้องปลอดจากการเป็นรัฐบาลทหารนะครับแล้วก็ให้อาเซียนนั้นเป็นพื้นที่ปลอดนักโทษทางการเมืองอาเซียนจะต้องทบทวนหลักการไม่แทรกแซงกิจการภายในของแต่ละประเทศเพื่อให้เสียงและทางเลือกของประชาชนนั้นสามารถที่จะขับไล่ทุกๆรูปแบบของอำนาจเผด็จการและสร้างความเข้มแข็งต่อการสมานฉันท์เพื่อประชาธิปไตยและสังคมที่มีความยุติธรรมในภูมิภาคอาเซียนนะครับและเช่นเคยนะครับวันนี้เสียงไทยเพื่อเสรีภาพของคนไทยเราก็จะพูดคุยเรื่องนี้นะครับโดยจะพูดคุยผ่านทางสกายกับทางคุณIrene Xavier นะครับผมอาจจะอ่านผิดยังไงขอโทษด้วยคุณ Irene Xavier ซึ่งเป็นแกนนำหรือว่าเป็น founder ของ Malaysia Support Group for Democracy in Thailand นะครับก็คือเป็นกลุ่มที่มีการออกแถลงการนะครับซึ่งคุณอาลีนั้นก็เป็นผู้ที่ต่อสู้เรื่องของแรงงานและก็เรื่องของประชาชนแล้วก็ให้การสนับสนุนประชาชนในการที่จะเรียกร้องและก็ปล่อยตัวนักโทษทางการเมืองในประเทศไทยและก็ในอาเซียนด้วยนะครับ Thank you so much for being with us and thank you for your time คุณ Irene
Yeah.
Yes. And the first thing that I'm very interesting about your statement, and what is the real purpose on your statement for free political prisoner in over Asia and especially in Thailand?
Well, ASEAN is a region that has a very bad history of military juntas ruling the country, or in countries where there's no direct military ruling, we have very repressive governments. So basically, ASEAN is not a very democratic zone, as it were. And so we say that ASEAN should be a junta-free zone, a zone where people can exercise their democratic rights. And at the moment, our focus is on Thailand.
Yeah. So why Thailand is this moment?
Well, Thailand, after so many years of struggle, actually brought into being a constitution, and they elected a government, and that government is now taken out by a military junta. I think that is really very unacceptable to us.
So that is the main thing. And what about the Asian rules? We talk about the Asian rules have been, talking about the government never to interfere in each
Yes.
country. That is the main problem, that the people of ASEAN cannot, help and fight for the freedom and the right for the people. So how Asian people can break these rules?
So basically, we have asked the ASEAN governments to stick to the 4 pillars of ASEAN, as they call it. And one of the pillars is democracy and human rights. And their non-interference should not prevent ASEAN democracy and no human rights, then they should suspend their non-interference principle. Because the whole of ASEAN should stand on the 4 pillars that they themselves have agreed to, formulated and agreed to. So they shouldn't use this non-interference principle for any country to go against the 4 pillars of ASEAN.
Yeah. And what about the politics? How the people can, make a decision and determine from the people in ASEAN, not only the government and the influence people in each country.
Yeah, I think the people's movement in all the countries, movement, the trade unions, the farmers movement, peasants movements, I think all of these movements need to come together and articulate more clearly to their governments that some things that you are doing is unacceptable to us. We are already beginning to see that happening in many places, especially with the economic crisis that we are facing now. People are questioning their government. And I think this is how the ASEAN people will let the government know what they want.
Talk about the free political prisoner in over ASEAN. What the people can do, the people forum or the people power of the people can do about the free political prisoner.
Yeah, I can give an example of Malaysia. Malaysia had the Internal Security Act for many, many years, for more than 50 years. But against this law, the Internal Security Act was very strong, and this actually threatened the ruling power at one point. In 2008, it became very clear that the people will not accept the Internal Security Act, and therefore the government took it off the statutes. So I think there is no replacement for people's movements. When people's movements are determined and they are united and they say together, we don't want this, in the long run, governments will have to comply.
Yeah. In Thailand, we have a problem about so many rules, new rules, dictator rules, we can say, especially the Article 112, and right now we have the struggle with the Article 44. So, what ASEAN thinking about this rule in Thailand?
In our movement, in the Malaysian Support Group for Democracy and our allies all over the world, we all say that the 112 has to go. the less majesty law has to go, especially as we have in the recent past that it has been used against all kinds of people and used very arbitrarily. And together with the military rules, it really has made the situation in Thailand very bad. People are afraid. People are afraid to speak to anyone, to say anything, because people can be reported to the police for having said something against the king. And I think we cannot accept this kind of law anywhere in ASEAN or anywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
This belongs to an old era, to the feudal era many centuries ago. I think it is time for us to take stock of that.
Thai people fight for stop, abuse the rights of the people from Article 1, 12, and 44, but it's something it doesn't work in so many ways. So how about the ASEAN people from another country? What you can do, because it's very hard to fight for freedom in Thailand right now.
Yeah, we understand that, and therefore we are all the time reviewing our strategies. One of our strategy, of course, is to publicize what the less majesty laws in Thailand, how they are used against human rights defenders, against ordinary people, against labor activists like Somyong. We are publicizing this, and how we can use movements of people, particularly say trade unions and other organizations, how these can be mobilized to fight for democracy. So if pressure is difficult to put inside Thailand, then we are thinking of how we can put pressure from outside Thailand. After all, in South Africa, it was the pressure from the rest of the world that brought down the regime in South Africa. And I think we need to take similar steps to support freedom in Thailand.
Another thing is the very interesting for Thai people, how Malaysia people thinking, the all people in Malaysia thinking the reform, the transition in the Thailand right now, we have a transition period. So what do the Malaysia people thinking they're going to be, Thai country going to be a good transformation or transition, or we going to have a struggle from the transition right now?
I think the Malaysian people will support any kind of movement for democracy. Though our government has different views, I think our Malaysian government was the first to recognize the military junta. They were the first to acknowledge them as the ruler of Thailand. So we have, our government and the people have two different views. And of course, the news media, to a large extent, carries the news of the junta, putting the junta in a very positive light. And there are groups in Thailand which also paint a very bad picture of Thaksin and the red shirts, and think that the military is doing a good thing. So we have a lot of this kind of propaganda in Malaysia. But we still have some good online press and online information giving the real situation. So I think informed Malaysians will definitely support the struggle for democracy in Thailand.
Yeah.
But we need to do much more work in that area. Yeah.
How you can Malaysia people can work with how you can work with the Thai people that move or pro democracy in Thailand or fight for freedom in Thailand.
We are ready to receive information from these groups and publicize it to the rest of the world. We have people in Australia, Europe, who would also publicize these things, even in the press in their countries. So as we receive information of stories of the struggle for democracy in Thailand, we will disseminate it. That's one thing that we can do. But we are also thinking about other actions of how we can pressure the Thai government.
I heard you have a very, good friend with คุณสมยศพฤกษาเกษมสุข What do you think about him right now?
Yeah, I actually work together with the Somyot on the issue of women workers. So he was a colleague of mine for many years. I know him very well, and I have visited him in prison a few times in Bangkok. I am inspired every time I go to visit him. I still see that his spirit is strong and he still wants us to struggle. And I'm inspired every time I visit him. I think to be in prison for 4 years already now, in a couple 4th anniversary in prison, it must be a very difficult thing for him. But I am very proud that that his spirit is still strong, that he still wants to struggle for democracy in Thailand. And he has many other activist friends all over the world, actually, who support him.
In many countries in ASEAN, that we have a struggle in different way. Compare with Thailand, what are you the most concerned about Thailand?
At the moment, I'm very concerned that people have sort of compromised their commitment for democracy and respect governments because they don't like this one particular government. Just because they think that this government is not good, it is all right to use force and bring in the military junta. I think this is a great cause for concern. Even among NGOs and civil society in Thailand, I think this is really very, very tragic. That they can accept the arguments that the military junta puts for itself. They accept it. And I think this is really this really concerns us.
Do you? I think the big concern about among Thai people that because among Thai people we have been divided for pro central government and pro democracy, and this is the huge problem in my country. How can we? Thai people can be united and realize for the value of democracy. What do you have any idea about that?
I think people at the grassroots in Thailand, in the rural areas, have a different view. I think they want democracy. They want to elect their own governments, and they do not accept the military junta. But because they are in the rural areas, because they don't speak English, so their voices are not known outside of Thailand.
Yeah.
But I think they are the key for the transformation of Thailand. It's when they strategize and they begin to move and they begin to take action to say, no, we will not accept this military junta. I think the change will come from there. And I mean, this is the lesson of history all over the world. Nobody can stop the people's movements.
Yes, but unlucky. I mean, unfortunately, I try to say. Unfortunately, the leadership. I mean, the elite people in country. They're thinking, and they think. The people in the local, the people in the village, the people in the another province, they're not smart enough. They're not understand very well about democracy. They have been used by the politician in Thailand. That is the concept of the elite and the powerful people in my country. So that is the hard thing to break through or to fight against this concept in my country. That is what you think.
Yeah, I think if you look at Indonesia or if you look at the Philippines, in both these countries when they were ruled by Marcos and by Suharto, the elite also took a similar position to what Thai elite is taking. But the people's movements brought Marcos down. It is the people's movement that brought Suharto down. It is the workers, it is the students, it is the peasants, the farmers. These are the people who brought these regimes down. And I believe the same thing will happen in Thailand. I mean, this is lessons from history. So the elites are mistaken if they think that they can control people like this by using the guns of the military. It doesn't work.
Yeah, but in Thailand there are many Thai people, a lot of Thai people supporting elite in Thailand. So that is, it maybe take longer than another country to change to get the power for the people.
I don't know about how much time it will take. It took both Indonesia and Philippines many years too, but they succeeded. And people were so creative. When you couldn't go out on the streets, then they found other ways. They found other ways to make their voices heard. Children were watching about the assassination in Philippines in schools. The government couldn't deal with all of this because the opposition was too big. And I believe the same will begin to happen in Thailand.
So I have no idea, but I try to get from your ideas how we can, I mean, how can we, I mean, how can Thai people can be united and be together to fight for freedom or democracy?
I think a very important factor would be the economy. When the economy begins to do badly, as it is beginning to do now in Thailand, I hear that there are going to be a lot of loss of jobs in Thailand. When all these kinds of things happen, then people begin to think about situation more seriously. And then they would think that we have nothing else to lose, so let's fight. And I think that will unite people. And so the world economy now is actually against the military junta in Thailand.
So after the Asian People Forum had been finished your meeting, what do the Asian people have to move on or to fight for the issue that the People Forum, Asian People Forum had been announced. So many statements. So what do you have to move on in each country, and how you can, work with the Asian people in around Asian region?
Actually, the different sectors have made their own work plans, certain priorities in their work plans. The group for democracy and human rights would take up more seriously the issue of disappearances and killings and political prisoners. That would be in the top of their list, and they would actually be seeking dialogue with the ASEAN Secretariat, which is now going to be based in Kuala Lumpur for this year. So they've already started the process of asking for meetings and dialogue. Of course, this is the more diplomatic way in which people engage. But of course, the grassroots people's struggle goes on in other different ways as well. So we still need to put pressure on government so that they listen.
Yeah. Do you have any another issue that you want to bring out about the seminar or the Asian Forum from yesterday? Not only free political prisoner and the free junta government in our ASEAN. You have another issue that you want to bring out?
We said in our statement three things: junta-free ASEAN, ASEAN free of political prisoners, and then we want to pursue the idea of non-interference in the internal affairs. We also want to begin to raise that debate more strongly. We have done this, like in the case of Burma, we did this. When the ASEAN government said you cannot criticize Burma, but we went ahead and we criticized the military junta in Burma, and we had lots of activities in support of the Burmese political prisoners. We did the same for East Timor, and I believe we will do the same for Thailand. We will keep on shaming the Thai government until the ASEAN countries have to speak to the Thais, through the back door. This is what they also did with the Burmese. In public, they said not interference, but in private, they actually had many dialogues with the Burmese junta. So I think we will do the same. We have done this so many times, and so we will do the same. We will have big conferences on Thailand and letting the world know what is happening in Thailand. We will ask our friends all over the world to request to go and visit the political detainees in Thailand. Maybe the Thai junta will not allow the people, but the delegations will come. Trade unionists maybe from Australia will come to Thailand to visit. We say we have our comrade in prison, we want to visit him. So we will keep on putting all kinds of pressure on the Thai government and on the ASEAN governments.
Okay.
Every time Prayut comes to Malaysia, we will demonstrate against it.
Yeah, I know. All right. Thank you so much, คุณ Irene Xavier นะครับ ขอบคุณมาก Thank you so much and thank you for fighting democracy for Thailand and you want
Thank
to free political prisoner in Asian and in Thailand too. Thank you so much for your time. I'm very
Yes,
appreciate
thank
that.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. ก็คุณไอรีนเซเวียร์นะครับซึ่งก็เป็นนักเคลื่อนไหวที่สำคัญแล้วก็เป็นหัวหน้ากลุ่มของ Malaysian Group for Freedom in Thailand นะครับซึ่งก็เป็นกลุ่มที่ตั้งขึ้นมาในการประชุมของอาเซียน People Forum ที่จัดขึ้นเมื่อวันที่ 22-24 เมษายนที่ผ่านมาที่กรุงกัวลาลัมเปอร์ประเทศมาเลเซียนะครับซึ่งข้อเรียกร้องต่างๆที่ออกมาก็อย่างที่กล่าวไปแล้วนะครับเรียกร้องที่จะให้อาเซียนนั้นไม่มีรัฐบาลที่มาจากทหารนะครับแล้วก็เรียกร้องให้มีการปล่อยตัวนักโทษทางการเมืองซึ่งก็เป็นประเด็นที่น่าสนใจแล้วก็เป็นเรื่องที่ได้เห็นถึงพลังของภาคประชาชนนะครับถึงแม้ว่าฝ่ายการเมืองจะมีเรื่องของผลประโยชน์มีเรื่องของอำนาจเข้ามาแทรกแซงการบริหารจัดการประเทศในอาเซียนค่อนข้างจะยาวนานและก็ตลอดเวลาแต่ว่านับจากนี้ไปเชื่อว่าพลังของประชาชนอาเซียนเองจะมีความหมายมากขึ้นและก็จะเสียงดังมากขึ้นในภูมิภาคอาเซียนนับจากนี้ไปเพื่อที่ให้อาเซียนนั้นเป็นประเทศที่มีเสรีภาพและประชาชนในอาเซียนจะได้มีเสียงมีสิทธิมีโอกาสในการที่จะต่อสู้และก็เข้าถึงทรัพยากรของตัวเองมากยิ่งขึ้นนะครับและนี่คือทั้งหมดของเสียงไทยเพื่อเสรีภาพของคนไทยในวันนี้นะครับขอบพระคุณที่ติดตามรับชมกลับมาพบกันใหม่ในครั้งหน้าสำหรับครั้งนี้สวัสดีครับ